Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another video. Can you believe that I'm going to be 26 next month and I act like that? What's going on, guys? Your boy, BLS, bringing back another video. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, guys, we're back on the podcast grind. We're still doing it. We're keeping it flowing, keeping it going. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I don't even know how many weeks we're on, but I've enjoyed doing these, and I still look forward to doing the next one. Eventually, I'm gonna need your guys' input. I know shit's crazy, batshit crazy, and there's a lot of shit to talk about. But first, let's freaking crack one open. You know what I'm saying? We got some Hennessy. I don't drink Hennessy often, but I got the idea to drink Hennessy from Joyner Lucas's album. He has a song called Can't Stop Love. Is that what it's called? I'll tell you in about 2 seconds. Give me a sec. Facial recognition isn't working. Yeah, Still Can't Love. And King OSF, in his verse, he says, she got a nice face, she got a nice body. Still can't love her, still can't trust her. Baby, I'm sorry. When I'm off that Henny, I see double, feel like a zombie. But we still don't ever slip, no moving sloppy. So yeah, I was like, man, that's like my favorite song right now off the Joyner. I know I talked about the freaking Joyner album. I'm still listening to that. My favorite songs right now are Still Can't Love, I Lied. Yeah, those are the two that I'm listening to like frequently, like on the daily. Let's go and pull us up a little winky wink, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I mentioned, listen, this Henny always does this. Listen to this. Let's see if I can get ASMR. Yeah, I'm gonna be 26 in 1 month. And holy shit, that just feels weird saying. I don't feel it. I still feel like I'm 18, and it seems like 18 was like, I don't know, a couple years ago. Not fucking 6, you know? But yeah. So, yeah, we're drinking some Hennessy from the Joyner album. Let me know what your guys' favorite song is on there. I personally like all the songs. I've had some people tell me what their favorite songs are, and you know, not every song on there on the album's good. I just have my favorites. Let's take a little sippy sip of the Henny. I haven't drank Hennessy, man, in so long, man. And it was kind of funny because, so let's just talk about this. I went to the liquor store. So usually, like what happens is I get off work on Fridays when I'm gonna record the podcast. I get off work and I go to the liquor store, get the liquor, come home, set everything up, then I start the podcast. And usually I go in the liquor store and I find what I want then and there. You know, I've been mixing it up. And when I was been listening to the song, I'm like, man, I'm gonna drink Hennessy this weekend. So went to the liquor store, and I know how we were talking about like social distancing and everybody should be practicing it. Motherfucker, oh, we're practicing social distancing at the liquor store. So only 10 people at in the liquor store at the time, including the cashiers. So there's 4 cashiers, 6 people in the building. Okay. So it was full. They had us wait outside the store 6 feet apart in a line, and I kind of thought that was funny. It seems like social distancing is going to be more of like a permanent thing, I think, just to help like stop like spreading like, you know, shit like this and like the cold, the flu, yada yada yada. Because we're practicing it at work. Actually, it was not yesterday but the day before. So Wednesday, me and a couple people I work with, we went to the cafeteria to get some food. And so they have all the food packaged up already. So basically, you read the label of what it is, and you pick it up and you go and you check out. And I've been eating like these Italian sandwiches. Just got a bunch of meat on it and some cheese. So I've been eating those, and we get in line, and there's like tiny little footsteps every 6 feet for people to stand. And so all the people that work in my shop, we're all close, so we haven't been really practicing social distancing. I mean, it's not like we're hugging each other, but like I can usually reach out and like tap the other person on the shoulder. That's how close we usually are. And so we didn't really think of it. So I was in front of them, and then there was a lady behind. There was 2 people behind me, and then they were behind that second person. And one of my buddies let this lady in front of him, and so they had that lady was in front of them, and then they got behind him, and they were like 3 feet away from him, and all 3 of them were real close, and 2 of them are married, so you know you can't really social distance them. I mean, they're sleeping in the same bed together for, you know what I'm saying. But so she was like, "Excuse me, you guys need to separate 6 feet apart." And so the guy who's the married couples didn't move, and the other guy kind of moved to the side, and he's like, "Well, ma'am, if we back up, we're gonna be 6 feet. We're gonna like invade the people behind us. Can't really back up." You know what I'm saying? And she like started freaking out, like, "You need to get 6 feet away from each other." And we like stupid freak out to where everybody is like breaking their neck, turning around, looking at this lady, and she ended up reporting them. And our supervisor had to talk to them and be like, "Don't fucking do that shit," yada yada yada. So yeah, social distancing is like getting pretty crazy. I went to the grocery store, and they're not practicing it whatsoever, and it kind of like makes you think about when you go places that are practicing social distancing, and you think about like trying to be 6 feet away from people, like more of like strangers. If I don't know you, I'd rather be 6 feet away from you anyways. But the grocery store was fucking horrid. It was like I literally just felt germs crawling on my body. Everybody was in within arms like reach of me. And when I was going, what I had to do was get a money order to pay rent, because you know, first of the month came around, so I had to go get a money order. And I was standing in line at Kroger, and where I was standing was the 2 time clocks for the workers to clock in and out. And it was like a shift change, so every fucking worker I literally could have done this and touched every single one of them, and I was like, this is fucking gross. So, and then it was just like, yeah, so the social distancing, kind of fucking crazy. So, since we're on the topic of like social, or like work, Monday, I don't know if I talked about this. I think this was this Monday, right? This Monday, it had to be, right? So the people I work with, so I'm a contractor, so I work Monday through Friday. My life hasn't changed. My schedule's still the same. I work 7:30 to 4:30 Monday through Friday. There's people that I work with, they split into a schedule. So one group works Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The other group works Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 10 hours, and then they telework the other 10 hours. They were this Monday I came in, and there was just a bunch of shit all over my desk. And I'm like, dude, like, I didn't expect this, because like it's Monday morning, you just don't want shit to go wrong. There's just shit all over my desk. Fortunately, I had someone help me. It only took me like 10 minutes to clean up. And so I was like, all right, motherfuckers, I'm gonna get you back. So what I did was my old scheduled team supervisor, he cannot type without looking at the keyboard. So he'll type and look at the keyboard, and then he'll stop typing and look at the monitor, make sure he typed it right. So I tried to do something to where it wasn't too obvious, because they also fucked with my keyboard. But us gamers, especially like PC gamers, we can just type without looking. And so I kept it the way it was. And honestly, I changed it a little bit, because I suspected the people who did it, and I put their names on my keyboard. So I spelled their names out on my keyboard, so it's all fucked. And so this guy, I was messing with him. It was funny because what I did was the keyboard on the top, like above the letters, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. But what we ended up doing was taking the 0 and putting it on the front, so it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and it was all fucked up. So when he was typing in numbers, it wasn't working, and like passcodes and stuff. And then on the right side, the number pad, it's usually at the bottom left. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What we did is took the 7, 8, 9. We put the 7, 8, 9 at the bottom and put the 1, 2, 3 at the top, like a phone number, like how phones are. Well, he didn't really know what it was, and what I did was I left a clue on his desk to see if he will figure it out. And what I did was from Black Ops 1 Call of Duty campaign, Mason, when he's in the electric chair, is like, "What do the numbers mean, Mason?" I took a screenshot of that and I printed it out and I put, "What do the numbers mean?" Oh, I said, what do the numbers mean? The guy's name's Jur. That's his last name. So did that, and instead of putting numbers, I spelt numbers out like it is on a phone. So like, if you're gonna put like an A or B or a C, you put 2, or you know what I'm saying. So I spelt numbers out to figure it out, like let him figure it out. Well, then we get in and he tries using it and he realizes it's fucked up. So he goes gets another keyboard and I'm like, "God damn it!" And he's like, "I'm not fixing this." And he thinks that he was like, "Mr. Hicks, I know you're doing it. You need to quit." Yada yada yada. So he gets a new keyboard. He leaves the freaking room. I switched it again. I was able to just pry him off with like a flathead screwdriver. I did it again, and then he's like, "Mr. Hicks, I know you're the one doing it. Quit it." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm not doing it. I've been busy this whole time just playing stupid." And I was able to keep a straight face and stuff like that. So he grabbed another one. And I was like, "Dude, what's even wrong? What's wrong with your keyboard? What's going on?" And he goes, "When I type this number, the different number pops up." And I'm like, okay. And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I see your numbers are switched around." And he goes, "You need to quit screwing my keyboard," jokingly. And I'm like, "Bro, I haven't even been in the shop." And he's like, "Oh, I know who did it." And he thinks another guy in the shop did it, which was perfect. So he went and fucked with his keyboard. So then eventually throughout that day, I found out the people who pranked me. And what I did was, one guy that I thought pranked me, which was like my best friend, like in the shop, I printed out a picture of the guy who created sticky notes and put it on his desk. Well, I found out that he wasn't the one who pranked me. It was the guy who was accused of pranking the keyboard guy. So I was like, okay, this is perfect. So then what I did was I ended up buying 1,000 sticky notes, and I ended up putting them on his desk. And I'll show you guys a picture just because like you get the visual representation. I'll show you guys a picture of what it actually looked like. It doesn't look like 1,000 sticky notes, but trust me, it is. And most of them are on the flat part of the desk. And the guy's name's Hammond. Real cool guy. I've actually played Apex Legends with him. So I left a note on there and I said, "This is how you prank people, Hammond. Take some notes for next time. Here's 1,000. And here's the picture. So yeah, I covered his monitor, covered his desk, covered all that, and he wasn't too upset about it. I came into work the next day, and he was kind of quiet, and I was like, not going to say anything, but he was like, "No, it's kind of cool." Like, he just took the ones off of his monitors and kept everything on his desk. He's like, "No, honestly, it's kind of cool." So, anyways, he thought, so I ended up doing that, and then I had other people like do some like small stuff, but they left their handwriting, so he was able to figure out who the handwriting was by matching it up with other people's. I didn't leave any like clues behind that it was me. So the one girl who works, so we have 2 females that works. We have one, I'm gonna call her, I don't know. We have one female, and we have another one. And the other female thought it was this female, and so she pranked this one because they're on different shifts. And I took pictures of her pranking and was sending it to the female that was getting pranked, and she's like, "Oh, just wait." So then today, what I did was I also bought what I did was the keyboard guy I was messing with, I was going to take his desk and I bought 300 red Solo cups, and I was gonna fill all of them up with water and put him on his desk, put it around his area. But female number one got pranked by female number two, and number two framed me, and I was like, oh no. So me and female number one were like, we're getting her back. So we ended up putting 200 water cups on her desk, and then 100 other cups that weren't filled up with water. And I'll show you. I don't think I took a picture. I think I took a video. I let me see. Yeah, I didn't take a picture of it. I took videos. If you guys want to see the video, it's on my TikTok. So we'll transition into TikTok here in a second. But I pranked them. We don't know what the outcome is. But yeah, if you want to see those, it was pretty interesting. Pretty good pranks. I got a lot of props for the cup prank. The sticky note prank was okay. There's a lot of people that seen it and was like, that's pretty funny. That kind of sucks. But then they seen the water cups and they're like, wow, that fucking sucks. So yeah, don't prank me anymore, bitches. And that's only the beginning, because it'll get worse, trust me, if they keep pranking me. So yeah, so I was talking about TikTok. I don't know if you guys know, but I started a TikTok. If you guys want to follow me, it's BLS on TikTok. I've been uploading on Instagram as well. So I'll upload on TikTok, take the TikTok video, upload on Instagram, upload it on Twitter, because there's like a watermark that shows your TikTok, and I've been posting that. So we've actually been getting like pretty good numbers. I've been mostly posting like Call of Duty clips from my streams. Let me pull up. I think my most viewed video right now is 28,000. So pretty good. Let me see how many likes it has. 2,700 likes. And then I've posted a couple like IRL stuff in there that's kind of funny. Some raps. So if you guys want to follow me on TikTok, I appreciate it. At ItsBLS. Also Instagram, follow me on there as well. Instagram's kind of taking over my Snapchat. My Instagram is ItsBLS_. And I upload my stuff on there as well. So check those out if you guys want to follow me. And yeah, so TikTok's been doing well. I'm averaging probably 1,000 views per TikTok, and so it's not bad. And hopefully it like helps me in other socials. You know what I'm saying? So. I also, like I said, I uploaded the full prank to where you can see the sticky notes and the water cups on TikTok. So go to TikTok. I know you got it. Go to TikTok. ItsBLS at ItsBLS, and you'll see the TikTok of the thumbnail is the cups, and they say LOL. The cups spell out LOL. So go look for that. Let's see what else I got wrote down. I wrote some stuff down. All right. So we're going to switch it up because I didn't have a lot of topics to talk about, but I really noticed some things this week that really fucking bothered me. And I just want to get some people's perspectives in the chat because I don't really get it. Okay. So, there's some streamers out there, and a lot of these guys are like pros or more of pros in different games playing this. I'm not going to call anybody out because that's just stupid. But I was watching this guy, and he had about 1,000 to 1,500 viewers. And he was playing Warzone, and I timed him on how long it took him to read off any donation, Twitch sub, or read chat, and it was like 35 minutes. Now, I think somebody's at my door. Give me 1 second. I think so. I was just tripping. I thought I heard my door open. I was like, bro, what the fuck? Anyways, so I watched these guys, and it took them forever to re-chat. And I'm like thinking like all these people are like, his chat is rolling, dude. I'm thinking, how the fuck do you guys like? And honestly, I'm gonna be completely fucking honest. I know my ego is huge in Call of Duty. This guy was playing Warzone, and I know like I'm a good fucking player, and I at Call of Duty, and I'm better than this kid, 100%. He is a pro in a different game, but as far as Warzone, as far as like gunfight skills and movement and stuff like that, I'm a way better player. Not way better, but I'm better. So I was watching him and I'm like thinking like, as a viewer, how do you guys watch people that you invest in and invest your time in, invest your money in, and try to actually like talk to the streamer and he never reply? How do people stay in there consistently? Like, how does he have like 1,000 viewers? It doesn't really make sense. Now, I do understand, like, eventually you can't read chat because it's too fast, which is totally understandable. But this guy's chat wasn't going like Summit. Like, Summit, who averages probably 25,000. And usually, I know when I was watching one of Summit streams, he had 50K at one point. And this man still reads chat all the time, still fires off, tells people thank you for subscribing. He's got the text to chat on for donations, so he replies to those every time he gets a not every time, but if he's like paying attention, he'll listen to it. But he, like, after a while, or like after a game, he'll be like, yo, dude, thank you for the $5, thank you for this, yo, thank you for the 4 months, thank you for this, thank you for the 1,500 bits, thank you for the $5, thank you for the 5, you know what I'm saying? If it's big donations, he automatically just says, you know, thank you, the big gifted subs, you know, stuff like that. But this kid had 1,000 viewers, and he didn't say shit to the chat. And I just don't understand how people in his chat honestly like to watch him. When there's people like me, and I know there's like 1,000 other people that do this, but that those people can come in there, and I could talk to them. I know there's sometimes in games, I get it, sometimes in games where you're just totally fucking, it's all action packed and shit like that, and you just can't look at chat, like you're just fighting the whole time, or it's in zone and you're trying to think of where you're gonna go, and you're trying to fight this guy, and you're trying to look, you know, you're trying to do a bunch of shit, and you don't really think about doing it. But afterwards, I always look at chat, catch up with things, you know, catch up with chat and say what up to anybody that's new in there. But this guy didn't give a fuck, man. And you could tell because I was transitioning into this. Let me see if there's more. Yeah, I was saying, like, I get it if their gameplay, or if they're really good and their gameplay stands out, but if they aren't like good, funny, or and don't read chat, why do people watch them? Oh yeah, so I talked about the pranks, but yeah, I just don't get like why people watch, why do you guys watch people like that? And I don't. Like, I watched them and I just noticed it, and the only reason I was still in there is because I was waiting to see how long it took him to do it, and then I bounced once he read something. But like, as far as big streamers, the only people I really watch is Summit, Nick Mercs, and they're both good about that shit, you know. Nick Mercs is always like, chat, bada 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 bada, and then he'll fucking wait like 10 seconds, and then he'll look over at chat for a couple seconds and read it. I mean, you know, it's kind of hard when he has like 20,000 viewers, usually 10 to 20. But, you know, if you have 1,000 viewers, man, I wish more people were in my chat. Like, I know I was talking about it last podcast, but I wish I had probably 50 people talking in my chat, like actively talking. I really don't care about number, like as far as how many subscribers I have or how many followers I have. If I have like 50 concurrent viewers and every single one of them's active in the chat, I'm happy, man. Because like, I like to play video games. It makes it way more entertaining, way more fast paced when I'm streaming and have to read the chat in the off games instead of sitting there on my phone. But a lot of times I'm sitting there on my phone because nobody's in chat, and I'm just like, you know, going through Twitter, watching, like seeing, you know, who liked my post on Instagram, TikTok, whatever. reading text messages, Snapchats, all that. But if I had people in my chat to talk to me about stuff, it'd be way better. But I have people who lurk, which is cool. Lurkers are like the one people who like have other priorities, and watching some like of anybody who watches me, I'm not a priority, but they have other priorities. And what they'll do is they will do this like homework, or they'll be streaming, or they'll play another game, but they'll keep me tabbed and muted. That's fine to do that to help me boost my numbers, but usually, there's people that will just come in here and they'll just like talk shit. My thing with my chat is I don't know how it got so toxic, but I have a couple of people who just come in here and will literally just straight up fucking kill my vibe. Like they just kill. Like I'm having a good freaking day, like doing everything right. I'm ready to just like have a good time playing Call of Duty and chat, and then just fucking kill the vibe. They just like shit talk, and it's like I get it. Like it's fun to shit talk with your friends and stuff like that, but when you're always like shit talking people, it's not like you gotta have like multiple personalities when it comes to that. Like if I'm hanging out with you, and every fucking time you just start talking shit to me and just kind of like get me pissed, even when I'm like not in like a shit talking mood, or I'm not in a mood to do this shit, and you're always in that, I'm gonna stop like hanging out with you less. So like when you're in chat, and like you're talking shit to me, it just annoys me. Sometimes I ignore it. Sometimes I fucking talk shit back, but I'm like mad about it, but I don't put off like that I'm fucking mad. But it just kind of, I don't know. But I would be real happy if like more people would come in the chat, because these get like 100 viewers, and I know 100 of you motherfuckers watch this. Just come in the chat, dog. Come talk to me. I mean, it's freaking. I'm a really good Call of Duty player, and you don't have to worry about that. And I talk to chat, so yeah, I just don't really fucking get the wave of these people who have like thousands, even hundreds of viewers, and they don't fucking read the chat. Whack. Big whacks. So I wanted to talk about this. I thought this was a good positive note, since all this negativity shit's going on with like the coronavirus and stuff. Jim from The Office, John Krasinski, has this series. Fucking awesome. I love it. Such a good vibe, such a good video, like such a good series. It's a news series all about good news, and everything's good news. So I watched it, and it immediately put me in a good mood, just because, I feel like whatever you consume as far as content, as far as music, as far as knowledge, affects you emotionally. And if you're if you're listening, that's why I've told people this so much. If you're listening to sad, depressing music, you're gonna be sad. You're gonna be fucking depressed. If you're listening to music about doing drugs, you're probably gonna end up doing it. If you're listening to music about this, that, getting pussy, going to the strip club, you're probably end up gonna do it. Like it's a matter of time. So I tell people, be careful what you're listening to, because when you hear about people sipping lean and shit, all that, and rap songs, like, you're probably going, like, if the opportunity ever, like, comes up, you're like, oh, yeah, well, this guy that I really like his music is sipping lean, so I'm going to try it. Like, that happens. Like, that happens often. So, when you're consuming this good, positive stuff, you just feel like giving the positive energy back out. So, if you're looking for, like a emotion lift, go watch John. It's, let's see. I'm not sure what the new show is. It's like Everyday Good News or something like that. Just type in John Krasinski news show. And the reason I really like him is because I just now recently got into The Office. I'm on like 5th season right now. And I really like Jim. I think if I compare to anybody, if you guys will watch The Office, I think if I compare to anybody in The Office, I compare to Jim. But I'm not really Jim. I just have some similarities to him. But yeah, I freaking John Krasinski. I'm gonna have to get his name because I would keep calling him Jim. John Krasinski. I'm gonna have to watch more of his movies, more of his series. He's become one of my favorite people, just because of The Office and this new show that he's got. And honestly, we just need way more people like that. The first episode he gets God damn it, Steve Carell, aka Michael Scott, on there, and they talk about some funny memories. So if you're an Office fan, you'll like it. So yeah, I was talking. You know, he's like one of my favorite. My favorite actor is Mark Wahlberg. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of actors that, like, if I see them in the movie, I'll immediately just watch the movie. And I know, like, Adam Sandler is one of my favorites, but I watched Uncut Gems, and it was a lot of people were really hyped about it, and they said like, "Wow, total like rush until the end." And I'm spoiling the end right here. So if you haven't watched it and you plan on watching it, give me like 20 seconds, okay? But at the end, it leads up to him trying to get out of fucking debt, and all of a sudden he gets fucking offed, and that's the end of the movie. I think that's a horrible way to end the fucking movie. And honestly, but the thing is Adam Sandler is a different role. So yeah, so Adam Sandler's one of my favorites. Mark Wahlberg is one of my favorites. Jason Statham, Matt Damon, and then now John Krasinski. You know, good people. And I like Mark Wahlberg because just like a lot of the movies he's in, funny movies, he's in action movies. I got my name from Mark Wahlberg. My favorite actor is Mark Wahlberg. He plays the character in my favorite movie, which is Shooter. That's what I got the name Bob Lee Swagger from, because the main character's name is Bob Lee Swagger. So that's where I get it from. Matt Damon, great actor. I don't know if you've watched the Bourne series. The Bourne series is really good. That's where I got it from him. Jason Statham, he's in like a lot of like action movies, and I think he's a good actor as well. Then who's the other one? Adam Sandler. That's pretty obvious. So yeah, go check out John Krasinski's thing if you're ever feeling like down. It's a pretty good one. So we're gonna totally fucking flip the script here. So I'm trying to think of how I want to start this off. So I told you guys that I'm no longer on Twitter, I'm on Twitter all the fucking time. I'm no longer on dude, I haven't been on so long I forgot what they're called. Fucking Tinder and Bumble. I haven't re-downloaded them. I haven't looked at them at all. I said fuck that, you know what I'm saying? And so once I did that, I deleted it, and then something weird kind of happened. And one of the girls that I used to hang out with in Michigan started hitting me up all the time, and I'm thinking, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is this? So we've been messaging back and forth. And when I was in Michigan, I had like a super crush on her, and I was like trying to like hang out with her all the time and shit like that. But she always had this one fucking dude who would always come around and be the fucking like the thorn in my side, and like he wanted the same thing, but I knew he never had a chance. Even though he probably hooked up with her because she was a sucker for him. I don't know why, but I think I might have talked about her before and the thing. But the last time I really remember hanging out with her was she invited me out to the bar, and this place was fucking packed. And I got a Jack and Coke. So it took me 45 minutes to get a drink. This is how packed the fucking bar was, and it's a big one. The college was like it was not warm out. It was nice out. So a lot of people were out. It's kind of like a clubby type vibe. It took me 45 minutes to get a drink. Finally get it. Jack and Coke. That's what I got. I literally was walking to go find her, and some other bitch comes and knocks my fucking drink out of my hand. And I was like, she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I was like, you have to be fucking kidding me. And she's like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do it. And I was like, buy me a new one. And she's like, no, I'm not buying you a new one. I'm like, yeah, you're going to buy me a new one. And she's like, no, I'm not. And then fucking walks away. So I'm like, all right, fucking bitch. So I get back in line, and I get another Jack and Coke. 20 minutes later, I get a Jack and Coke and go find this girl in Michigan that I've been hanging out with. And like I said, I had a crush on her for a while, and I'm really blatant with like hints with it. And like me and her hung out quite a bit. So, you know, I gave him out here and there. And we had times where she just fucking pissed me off and I would tell her and shit like that. So she invited me out. After an hour and 15 minutes, I finally get my drink and I go find her, and she's fucking dancing dirty on this dude. And I'm like, no. Pause. I fucking ruined it. So I went and found her. She's hanging out with a bunch of people. I have no fucking clue. I've been living in this place for like a year. I had no clue where the fuck, like, who these people are. And then, so I'm standing here and she's like, I'm gonna go get another drink. I'm like, okay. 30 minutes later, I'm like, where the fuck is she, you know? So I go looking, find her on the dance floor, fucking dirty dancing with this fucking guy, and I'm like, alright, bitch, what the fuck? Chugged my beer, or chugged my Jack and Coke, walked straight out the fucking thing, called an Uber, and left. She's like, where'd you go? And I didn't fucking, and I told her, I didn't tell her that I left, and I ignored her, but then I was like, eventually, I was like, fucking invite me out to the fucking bar. Then you go fucking hoe around with these dudes on the fucking dance floor. Like, don't fucking invite me out if you're gonna do that shit, period. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm so ashamed. I was drunk. I don't want to fucking hear that shit. Guys, that shit goes in one ear and out the fucking other. Back then it didn't, but now it does. I've fucking grown a goddamn callus. So, yeah. So she started messaging me again, and I've been flirty with her and shit like that. But last night, she fucking pissed me off. She pissed me off. So I know that with this whole coronavirus and shit's going on, I was supposed to go home April 11th, and it turns out it's not gonna happen. And then I was wanting to go home the weekend after my birthday, which my birthday's May 5th, so the weekend after is like the 8th maybe. And I probably can't go home for that either. And so I was wanting to, because I can't leave because of my work. I'm supposed to stay local, and she can leave from her job on the weekends. So I was trying to get her to come down here, and she fucking ignored the fact. And then last night she said something about, I sent her a Snapchat, and she was like, holy shit, your eyes are like fucking really fucking blue. And I was like, you were hung out with me for a fucking year and you didn't realize that. And she was like, I knew they were blue, but I didn't realize they were that blue. And I was like, yeah, I get a lot of compliments on them. And then I was like, she sent me a picture of her, but I think she has like brown eyes or something. I don't fucking know. And I was like, what color are yours? And she was like, wow, you don't know what color fucking eyes I have? We hung out for a year and a half. 10 minutes ago, she was like, I didn't realize how blue your eyes were. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? So I was like, all right, then what color are they? Fucking hazel? What color are they? Green? And she was like, I guess you'll never know. And not like how I say it, like, you never know, like joking. She's like, I guess you'll never know, period. And I was like, all right. So then that made me like think that she was never gonna fucking come down here. So I was like, all right. So I just started ignoring her again. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck, dude? Bitches be playing with my head. And like I said, I've grown a callus for my feelings, because like the only thing that I ever feel anymore is fucking mad. That just sounds awful. The only time that I only like, the only feelings I really get is tired, mad, and happy. That's it. Usually when I'm playing Fortnite, when I'm playing like video games, I just kind of like black out mentally. I just don't even think about that shit. That's why I like video games so much, because I just lose track of time and fucking just everything goes away. So, but the only feelings I feel when I play video games is like hype or like anger. So I mean, I think what I'm going to do now, after I explain what's next. So I don't know about this chick. I'll probably update you, because a lot of shit will happen this weekend. I'll probably get some texts from her. I'm not even fucking shitting you. Now that I'm talking about this, she Snapchatted me. I'm gonna see what the fuck it says. It's probably of her dog. Yep, she Snapchatted me. Let's see. Yep. Wow. Would you look at that? It's of her dog. And guess what? So yeah, and it's just fucking annoying in my opinion. It's just like I've told her like I would, I back in the day I told her like how I felt about her and how I like wanted to like be more than friends, and it just never fucking registered in her head. And so yeah, that's how I'm gonna fucking treat it now. So she was trying to fucking, I don't know, like she was asking me like why I don't have a girlfriend and shit like that, like here in Ohio, or why I haven't met any girls. And I told you about the whole Tinder thing, and I was like, dude, like, I'm just gonna fucking meet him natural. And so I'm gonna really, really beat around the bush around this one because I don't want anybody to fucking try to figure out who I'm talking about. There's this girl that I didn't really know, and I seen her, and every time like we see each other, I always catch her looking at me and shit like that. And I'm like, all right. And she's pretty good looking, and I didn't know her name at all. And one day I finally figured out what her name was, and I looked her up on Facebook. I know that's fucking creepy, but I looked her up on Facebook because honestly, like, I like knowing a little bit about the person before I approach them if I don't meet them naturally. So like because like I don't want to be like the guy who meets them and be like, hey, would you like to go out sometime? And they're like, oh, I have a boyfriend, and then it's fucking awkward from there. So I got her name and I looked her up, and I was like, all right, she doesn't have a boyfriend, but here's the fucking kicker. Every single fucking person my age, she's probably not my age, but dude, I swear to God, I swear, every single person, and this happened in Michigan, this happened when I was working in the hospital in back home in Indiana, every single person I'll find attractive is married, dating somebody, has a kid, or is in the process of having a kid. Where is like that's the reason, like, this girl that I'm Snapchatting, she fucking doesn't have any of that. She has a good job, and she actually comes from like a good family, and she's like pretty nice. But all the girls that I'll like see her and I'll be like, holy shit, dude, she's attractive. I'd like to meet her someday. There's still another girl that I've seen, and I'm like, the girl that I've seen that I haven't talked to blows the girl that I'm talking about out of the water. But this, so I looked it up, has a fucking kid. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So like, now that I know that, I'm literally, one, paying no attention to her, two, never gonna talk to her at all. Not going to, because like I said, I told you guys I'm not gonna. I don't want my own kids now, and if I don't even want to take care of my own kid, if like I had a kid right now and I wouldn't even want to take care of him, why would I want to take care of someone else's kid? Not happening. Nope. Fucking next. So yeah, found out she had a kid, and I'm just like, dude, like, every single person that I find attractive that is around here, married, dating somebody, has a kid, or is pregnant. Everyone. And it's like, dude, where's that needle in a haystack? So this is funny because I talked about it on stream, I think. Noisy Butters. I know we've been joking about Butters and how one day she's gonna be my future girlfriend. Me DMing her and her not responding finally fucking got to me, and I lost patience, and I have unfollowed her on all social media platforms. I cannot see her anymore. I have had a few people like her photos, unfollowed them as well. Yeah, man. And I'm just like, dude, this shit ain't working out. It's not my time. Something's fucking going on. So right now, when you're listening to this episode, I deem myself emotionally unavailable. fuck off if you think you're trying to date me. That's what I'm saying, bro. Get the fuck out of here. So I'm deeming myself emotionally unavailable, and we'll go from there. Bro, dude, I just have the worst fucking luck when it comes to like females. Holy shit. Pull up a nice drink, taking these headshots again. Oh, that's a song that I'm making. But yeah, dude, it just fucking sucks because all these fucking females, like, and a lot of the guys that I know are in relationships, are married, don't really have kids, but some of them do. But a lot of people are just fucking in relationships. So I'm just thinking, what the fuck? Because here's the thing: the reason I've been so obsessed with like Butters in the past is because she plays video games. She understands why the fuck I play video games for 8 hours and is not gonna complain about it. She likes the same games as I do. She doesn't thirst trap people on fucking social media, as in booby stream. She like fucking completely covers up. She goes off of her personality. She goes off of her gameplay. And it's just like, you don't have like these fucking guys who are like drooling over on Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that. Like, she has like a good community and she doesn't like flaunt herself out there like some girls do. So I mean, that was my obsession with that. And I was like, wow, you know, if I could find a girl who would even like play the games with me and not worry about, you know, watching Netflix or fucking going out to dinner and shit like that. And that was my obsession with it. I was like, wow, like, yeah, I could see myself dating her, but I fucking unfollowed her on everything, every social media platform. I just can't see her because it fucks with my head all the time when I see her. So when I did that, I went on my Twitter and I went on my Instagram, and every girl who posts thirst trap pictures, I fucking unfollowed her. I unfollowed them. You know, the other one was Summer Rae. Followed her on every platform. No longer following her, because I'm never gonna talk to Summer Rae. I'm never gonna meet her. So why even like consume her content? Just wasting my time. So, Rockin' Body, you know, and she's got that not corny or kinky, but it's kind of a mixture of it. If those two had a baby, she's got that personality. But yeah, Butters, man, I tried, man. We took a big old fucking L on that one, and you know, if one day something happens to follow, you know, she happens to follow me, or you know, she DMs me, then we'll go from there. But my attempts at casting the line out has reached its maximum. It's getting dark out, and it's time for the boy to go home. You know what I'm saying? We ain't catching no fish. So, yeah, man, I unfollowed her, and I was like, dude, I'm just fucking over it. And I'm just tired of, like, fucking trying to find someone and thinking that I'm going to find someone. It's not going to fucking happen. So, I'm deeming myself emotionally unavailable. I'm going to be single for a really fucking long time, and I'm going to focus on uploading content and streaming when I'm outside of work. When I'm at work, you know, I'm just the dude, you know. In the shop, I'm like the frat guy, I guess. Me and this other guy were like the Churdleys and Trevor Wallace of the shop. And then outside of the shop, no one really knows me on a personal level. They just know who, like, my name. So yeah, deeming myself emotionally unavailable and fuck relationships. That's what I have to say right now. I say fuck relationships because I don't have it, and if one approached me, then I would like to have one. But the reason I'm saying I'm emotionally unavailable is because I'm done fucking trying. I'm tired of, like, imagine you're golfing, right? And you're trying to you see the hole, and you're putting to try to hit in the hole, and it rolls right over, but it doesn't go in the hole. And you're like, okay, so you go, you put it, goes right over the hole, and you're like, wait, what the fuck's going on? And then you find out it's a piece of paper laying on the ground, and there's not actually a hole, and you're just like, I've been I've been getting fucking played this whole time. That's what I feel like. I've been getting fucking played, and I don't think it's gonna happen. So, you know, I'm just fucking over it, you know? Especially like when I fucking find out that the chick has fucking kids or is married. I'm like, now see, if she is divorced, two questions. One, how long did the relationship last? Like, you know, there's a bunch of questions with like her past relationships. Divorce, I don't think that's that bad, honestly. But kids, man, that's a life sentence. I don't want to be a stepdaddy. And the fact that people ignore my messages, now that's one of my biggest pet peeves ever, is being ignored. So yeah, unfollow Butters on all platforms. That's fucking crazy. So yeah, guys, I tweeted on Twitter to see if anybody had any extra shit. So, I tweeted on Twitter for people for topics to talk about, because I knew that this episode was going to be shorter. So someone said, opinions on Valorant. If you see any gameplay today. So I know that a lot of the streamers were streaming Valorant today. I did not watch any. I was literally working all day. I didn't have time to watch shit. So, I had to do like a bunch of stuff because we're sending out a bunch of equipment for this coronavirus stuff. So I had to do a bunch of that, and I spent like an hour doing the prank. The other times I was working, so I didn't get to see any gameplay on the Valorant. I know when it comes out, I'm gonna be playing it. I know that there's like a really big thing going on right now with hackers on Warzone. I've ran into them personally. I ran into one yesterday when I streamed, and it was fucking disgusting. So basically, my teammate was running in front of me, and he was running left to right, and he ran behind a crate, and I was running right to left, and I ran in front of the crate, and he was locked onto my buddy's head, and then I ran across and he locked onto my head, and I jumped and slid, and every single like perfect tracking on my head. And he was even tracking my buddy through the crate, and then I came in front and he like perfectly tracked me, and I'm like, dude, and I was like, man, he's hacking. Don't fight him. He's fucking hacking. We ended up killing him, but there's a lot of hackers, and I know Nadeshot was talking about the amount of hackers that he runs into, and he thinks that it's going to ruin the game, and that Warzone is just a waiting room for Valorant when it comes out, because I think Valorant's going to be pretty big. It's been hyping for a while. I know Shroud recently announced that he's going to be coming out of retirement for being a professional gamer as far as competing, and he said that he thinks he's good enough at Valorant and he wants to compete again, that he's going to be a pro player in Valorant. So it's going to be pretty big if Shroud's playing it. I will probably play this game, to be honest. I'll play Warzone till then. Once Valorant comes out, I'll grind that for a week, no Warzone probably, see how good I get, see just whatever, and don't plan on going pro. I'll be making content for it, but won't go. It'd be cool to go pro, but I can't with my schedule. I literally would have to. I'd rather be a content creator for 100 Thieves. That's just my opinion, than being a pro gamer. So yeah, we're gonna be playing Valorant when it comes out. It looks good. I'm decent at CS. When I played CS like every day for like 6+ hours, I was an MG or something like that. So it's a little, I'm guessing that's like average, a little above average. But I only played it for like 6 months, maybe. So if I played Valorant or Warzone for 6 months straight every day, 6 hours, I would be insane at the game, in my opinion. So we'll play Valorant when it comes out, and I think Warzone is always going to be in that mix as long as they can contain their hackers. I don't think we'll have a problem with that. So yeah, I think that was all the questions that people had on me, had for the had on Twitter. So yeah, that's all I have. Actually, let's look at the YouTube comments because I really slack on that on the last episode. Let me just look real quick. My phone is about to die. Bam. Wow, the last episode was 2 hours. I didn't even realize it was that long. All right. We're gonna read the comments. There's 2 comments. Let's see. Genesis Payne said, I love you. And Sin said, I'm a senior, but I don't care about walking, but my parents want it more than anything because I'm their last child and I feel bad for them if I don't get to walk. I understand that. But if they've had children before, it's literally the same exact thing. And I've walked twice. I walked at high school and I walked at college. Both of them sucked big old donkey because you have 15 seconds of fame. That's literally it. They call your name. People fucking clap for you. As soon as you walk off the stage, it's over. Like, you're just like, get me the fuck out of here. That's literally what it's like. And I know, like, parents care about it more than the kids, for sure. But, I mean, it's not like, I mean, you can go to college and you can walk at college. I wouldn't go to a D1 school, though, because that fucking ceremony would be hours. They split them up in college. They do one in the winter and one in the summer. But it would still be fucking, it'd be a lot. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. If you guys have any comments or anything, or you want me to talk about in the next episode, put them down in the comments. If you guys have drink recommendations, I did ask for this one time. Nobody responded. Drink recommendations for me to drink on stream. I was going to do a chug bud. We're not going to do that. So, I'm not drunk enough. I've only had 1.5 cups of Henny, and that will be rough. So we're not gonna do a chug bud. Make sure you follow me on the socials, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Instagram and Twitter, I'm pretty sure it's BLS_. TikTok is ItsBLS. Follow me on Twitch. If you're not, I'm telling you, I get like 70 to 100 views. If you guys could all just come in and you don't even have to say anything, just fucking keep me tabbed and do that, I'd appreciate that. My Twitch is ItsBLS, and I think we'll go ahead and talk about it real quick. My schedule right now for Twitch is going to be Wednesday, Thursday from 6 to 10, Friday from 8 to 2. Who be texting me? My dad. He takes me a picture. Oh, he's been fishing. He's caught a lot of crappie. Damn. Fridays 8 to 2. Unless I have plans Friday, then I'll tweet it out on my Twitter. Saturday is gonna be like a 2 to 2, and then Sunday is gonna be like a noon to 10. And then Monday, Tuesday off. Monday, Tuesday, the reason I'm taking that off is Monday and Tuesday, I got to edit Mike's videos. Plus, if I have my own videos that I want to do, I want to edit those. So, that's going to be the schedule. I'm going to get some graphics made for my Twitter to put that on my pinned tweet. Also, guys, I'm going for the North RC. I don't know if you guys follow them. Sin wanted me to go for it. I've been going for it. As a content creator, or a streamer, one of the two. But they literally, no, as a streamer. All I had to do is stream and use hashtags. So, yeah, come by, support the stream. Yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, leave shit down in the comments for me to read. Follow me on all the socials. And, yeah, that's about it. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend. And I will see you again next Sunday, okay? Bye. Talk to you later. Cheers, boys. I'll talk to you later.